guys, we're here at Undead Labs, and we're going to be taking a look at State of Decay Breakdown. Is that what it is?
Oh, actually, it's the State of Decay Year 1 Survival Edition.
Okay, guys.
So State of Decay Breakdown was our first expansion. The original State of Decay was how do you describe it? An open world zombie survival simulator. We're into long names around here, even our genre.
Super long names.
But it's basically the idea of most zombie games are about dropping you into the situation where zombies they're clawing at the windows, they're smashing through the door, they're trying to kill you. Our game is about that, but then it's also about the month after that and the year after that. How are you going to survive long term? What kind of community are you going to build? Where are you going to settle? How are you going to get food? How are you going to get supplies? And trying to answer those questions about yourself. Could I survive in this kind of environment?
I really, really, really love zombie games. Okay, I'm already wanting to purchase this. Is this already available?
This is actually already available. Yeah. So the original State of Decay came out over a year ago, and it was one of the fastest selling games on Xbox Live Arcade history.
This is only on Xbox Live and Xbox exclusive, or is it PC?
It was originally an Xbox Live exclusive. Then we brought it to PC. And now the new edition, the the Year 1 Survival Edition, it's coming out to both. So you'll be able to get it on Steam, you'll be able to get it for Xbox One, and you'll be able to actually buy it in a store for the first time. Instead of just digital download, there's actually going to be real boxes on real shelves.
Oh, real boxes?
Physical stores, yeah.
Okay, now that is such a huge improvement, okay?
Yeah, there's just a huge new audience that we have never really even connected with before. At Undead Labs, we're really very focused on community, on interacting with people who play the game, getting their feedback, responding, supporting our games after they're released, and having an entirely new group of people that we can reach. People who maybe haven't discovered digital downloads yet, and still are buying their games in brick and mortar stores. Whole group of people we haven't even heard their input on the game yet. We don't even know what they think, and so for us it's a huge opportunity to try to reconnect with some people.
Okay, so I have some great questions here. So since it's open world, is it?
Yeah,
it's open world. Is there vehicles?
Yeah, actually,
there's vehicles.
Usually my shtick involves showing you the game, but your camera can't see it, so that's going to be a waste of everybody's time.
The thing is, we could have that repositioned. There's a lot of editing going on.
Oh, that's true. Okay, basically, yeah. So it's an open world game. So you've got you can run around in the world on foot, stabbing zombies, shooting zombies.
Animals? Is there live animals?
Not yet. The animals are keeping their distance. Zombies are creepy for animals. They see a zombie coming, they run off. But you've got vehicles. You can drive around. You've actually the map covers several square kilometers, multiple small towns. And you drive around unlock new areas.
Now, how do you go about finding weapons?
So basically, it's all about kind of scavenging things from the world. You go and you'll find a hardware store, or you'll find an auto repair shop, or you'll just find somebody's house, somebody's garden shed. And a lot of the weapons you use are everyday items that you've sort of decided to make into a weapon. You go find a gun shop or a hunting cabin.
Gun shop, it's all right there.
Yeah, it's all right there. Yeah, so you find a police station. There's a lot of just really good places to look to find either everything from just like a hammer to a high end bullpup ridiculous assault rifle. It's all in there.
So what makes this game unique amongst others?
Well, I think for me it's the community aspect of the game. It's the fact that it's not just you're not just playing a single character trying to survive. You're actually playing an entire community. So when one person gets tired, you stop playing as them and you switch to somebody else. And you actually get to know these people not just as an avatar for you. You actually get to know them as people. Sometimes you're playing this character, sometimes you're playing their friend, and you get to know them as a person just outside of themselves. And
every character is kind of unique in some way.
Yeah, all the characters have their own little backstories. You can look at their character sheets and see their little traits and that describe who they were before the apocalypse, who they are now, and then you get to build them up. Decide what does this guy get good at? What does this guy get good at? While you're playing.
Do you level up? Is there a leveling up system?
There's skills that you can improve, and then there's special abilities you can unlock once you've improved your skills far enough. And there's also just your base. You can customize your base. You can
have a base?
Yeah, you settle in a particular. You choose where you want to settle in the town. and then you build facilities there. You build a workshop, build a medical place. You can build a garden, and
what does the garden provide? Food?
Yeah, it provides food. So you harvest it periodically, and you can get food from it. You've got a lot of different resources that matter to the survival of your community, and so you've got to build up, make decisions about what you're going to build in your base, what you're not.
Okay.
So a lot of it is about expressing sort of your own strategy and your own personality through the way you
I
play.
love games like that, where you have a lot of strategy and just the creativity just shines, and it makes people feel like they have control over the atmosphere, the world, and they can take control of all that stuff. Is there a lot of zombies, or is there like very few that come out?
It's a fair number of zombies. I mean, we weren't trying to push all the limits of it, because a lot of the aesthetic of the game is that sense of loneliness of like, where are all the people, and so there's sort of a rhythm to the game where sometimes you feel like, oh, there's nobody around, I'm free, I'm safe, and then you come around a corner and there's a horde running at you, and so it's kind of there's some give and take to your relationship with the zombies there.
I love that. I absolutely love that. So is this a single player only game, or is
it's a single player only game? We do have we've talked from the beginning that we have long-term ambitions, that we would love to branch out to try multiplayer, do a lot of other things with this franchise, and and we've basically signed a long-term deal with Microsoft where this franchise is going to keep going into the future. But for right now, all we have to announce is the original, the ultimate version of the original single-player experience in State of Decay.
Wow, my mind is like boom, blown up.
And I haven't we've taken the game and we've remastered it, so everything's it plays at 1080p.
It looks beautiful.
And,
you're missing out.
This is our whole new. We got a whole new splash screen here, and this isn't even the game. But we've got it is a scene from the game, but we've got up-resed all the textures. We've reauthored all of the UI. A bunch of new effects, a lot of new animations.
I love it.
Kind of sort of gave the whole game sort of a new level of slickness that it didn't have when it originally came out.
Now for Twitch streamers, YouTubers, people who film their gameplay and stuff, is this friendly to their uploads and stuff?
So far it's been. I mean, we actually do. We've done a Twitch stream over at on Microsoft channels. We've done that ourselves quite a bit. We love twitching this game, and we've had sort of especially when the game first came out, and when each of the expansions came out, we've had sort of a dedicated team of Twitchers that have really been some of our favorite people on there.
Is there a trailer available so that they can look it up on YouTube? There's a trailer for this.
I don't think we've got one available right now, but I don't know when this video is coming
out. As the community grows, there's going to be YouTubers who could probably make fan-made trailers. It's going to be big. I'm very impressed.
There have been trailers for all the games, the originals when they came out. I don't think we've got one for the Year 1 Survival Edition quite yet, but I don't know. By the time you post this video, maybe we will. People should look it up.
That's great. State of Decay Lifeline, is that right?
So the original State of Decay was just called State of Decay.
Oh, okay.
The first expansion was called State of Decay Breakdown.
Oh, I got that all wrong in the beginning of the video.
And then the next expansion was called State of Decay Lifeline. The Year 1 Survival Edition takes all three of them and compiles them into a single box.
Wait, what was it called? Year of the Life?
It's the Year 1 Survival Edition. It's a huge mouthful,
and
it's everything. So it's all of the. So we've spent a year and a half. The original game came out a year and a half ago, more than that actually, and then we, every 6 months or so we added something. So now this is sort of tying it all together into one package. This is the State of Decay experience, the whole thing. So you buy this box, get everything we've done.
Is that State of Decay?
There's a State of Decay.
Oh, State of Decay!
We've got our merch booth is right over there.
We need to go get some merch, dudes.
I bet you could wheedle us into some free ones. So,
that would be amazing. So, another great question is, are you a developer of the game?
Sorry. I'm the lead designer of this State of Decay franchise. So I'm the one sort of, on the design team. We've got everybody here that you see running the booth, they're all developers. So all the guys you see in these T-shirts.
A lot of people.
Yeah, we're all working on the team. That's actually kind of, it's part of who we are as a studio. Is we don't outsource our community to other people to try to manage. We don't have a bunch of people who've never played the game before standing here trying to talk from a bunch of bullet points or something.
Yeah.
Like when we have a show like this, or when we've got questions in the community or the people on the forums, we're the ones who go out there and answer them, and we feel like that's one just as important part of our job as making the game itself. Because we're not just making the game for our own entertainment. We're making this for people, and we got to understand the people that we're making it for if we're going to make the right game for them. So,
wow. For being our first ever interview with a game studio, developers and stuff, I'm gonna say this interview was amazing.
Thank you.
You put
I
a
had
lot
great
of
time.
heart and soul into this interview. You know that?
I put a lot of heart and soul into this game, and so it kind of just bleeds over into the interviews.
It's like, wow, guys, absolutely amazing. Is there any way we could take a look at some of the gameplay and stuff?
Turn around and have a
Well, there's a lot of different heroes.
Yeah, so basically, one of the way the breakdown works, you've got challenges that you're trying to over. Okay, so actually, let me back up a little bit.
Okay.
So the original game had a particular set of characters telling a particular story. Living in this world. State of Decay Breakdown was sort of our infinite mode. It was the version of the game where it wasn't about telling a particular story with a beginning and a middle and an end.
Yeah.
It was about telling your own story, seeing how long you can survive in the zombie apocalypse. And so one of the things you can do is there are all these challenges that you can pursue during the game.
What's up with the guy's hair right there?
Right there. Well, that's yeah. So this is a guy that actually he was a homeless guy.
He looks already like a zombie.
Yeah, he was living on his own. He actually in the original story of State of Decay,
Yeah.
you actually find him dead. And so
What?
that's why he looks dead. He looks like a dead guy, but he's just a little sickly. It's all right.
Okay.
But yeah, so basically you complete these challenges during Breakdown, unlock these heroes, and the next time you start a game, you can play as whoever you want.
Okay.
So I'm choosing this character Gurbani here. So people who bought the original game,
Yeah.
if they buy this version of the game, if they buy the Year 1 Survival Edition, they're going to get a discount. First off, we're not going to charge them as much.
That's
because
amazing.
They've been with us from the beginning. We depend on these people.
Wow,
so,
the graphics though.
Yeah, so we've
Whoa.
we've up-resed all the textures. You'll see
Dude.
there's new blood effects on the zombies.
What?
This hero character, you can see her textures are
That's
very
a piece
high
of
resolution.
brain.
Yeah, I know. There's I got a little bit on me there. So this is Gurbani. She is she is the other reward that we have for people who bought the original game. If you bought the original game,
Yeah.
then you use the same account to buy the new game.
Yeah.
To play the new game, you get her unlocked.
Wow.
And she's got a lot of. She's got a rifle it's an old World War II rifle that's got a
That's
built-in
so
suppressor on
cool.
it. It's the only gun in the game with a built-in suppressor.
You see those mountains back there? Are you able to travel back there?
You can get pretty close to them. I think they're pretty steep. You can't actually climb them, but you can run
Wow,
that
that's
far.
pretty
Yeah.
far.
And we've got a much further draw distance in the game now.
I love the animation. Like, it seems so smooth.
Yeah, we've actually we've revamped all of the animations. The guy who's running the merch booth over there, actually, or who has been.
What could he do with that truck?
You can get in this truck, and actually, let me drive around a little bit and show you a few things you can do with our trucks. We've added a bunch of new vehicles to the game, a bunch of new weapons, and we've even added a new mission type. So check this out.
Oh, wow,
So you
man.
can, oh crap! I got one on the front.
Oh, it seems insane. There's vehicles like tilted and everything too.
Yeah, so those ones you can't drive, but you can drive most of the vehicles that you find in the game.
All right, guys, if you guys want more information about State of Decay, you know where to go.
Yeah, undeadlabs.com is our site.
It's right here.
So you can find that.
It's on his
and
shirt.
And actually come
It's
over
right
there. Come over there. Tell us what you think of the game. Join our forums. There's nothing we like better than to communicate with people about this and get people's input on what they want to see.
And you guys have a Twitter and Facebook, I imagine.
Yeah, I imagine that it's probably called Ended Labs on both.
Yeah,
so
it's right here.
go find
Somewhere.
those.
SCMowns, follow me too. Not just kidding. Just kidding.
Yeah.
State of Decay. Thanks for watching.